Well, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Curtain. My name is Chelsea Sutton, and this series brought to you by Markel Insurance. I am honored to be standing here with Belle Beckham, the founding partner for OXCART VC. We are on the stage here in the commentary booth at the Run for a Million, and I would love to talk to you for just a few moments because what you do is so often behind the scenes, but it is essential in continuing the American way of life. Tell us about OXCART and what you're doing with it.
Absolutely. Chelsea, thank you for having me. I do like to say that I live in the dark so others can live in the light. So we run a national security venture fund. So we invest in critical technologies that are innovating and paving the way for, preserving America's freedom and democracy. We might not feel the effects right now, but hopefully future generations will. So.
I would love for you to talk me through that a little bit because a part of what you guys do, which I believe is really special and important for what we're doing, is the technology side of it. Sometimes those of us who grew up in this Western way of life think about the dirt and the tangible and the horse and the livestock, but we are living in a new day and age. Tell me about the technology side of what goes into this.
What we want to invest in are national security defense companies where it's a technological foundational layer. It's basically we're looking at a step change. We want to invest in companies. They might not have a government contract, but they are going to be good for America because a safe America is a safe world. So we look for founders that give us that spidey sense. We also look for companies that, it's not the norm. We want to invest in things that are the future. So we haven't had a .com era like of Google, PayPal, Apple, in over 20 years. And, Jensen with NVIDIA has said he can feel the step change coming. So we're trying to move away from companies that have a lot of competition, that have already been thought of. We want to be the first into companies that no one knows about, that no one believes can happen, that will kind of change the way that we operate on a day-to-day basis.
And take me into the why. Why invest your life, your career into now bringing this fund to life?
It's a passion, number one. I grew up on a ranch in West Texas and would go back and forth between there and Midland. And, great-grandfather was this kind of over-the-top Texas legend. And then my grandfather was Texas Rangers, worked, in various government departments, and same with my other grandfather on my mom's side. So I've been around this world for a long time. We train special forces operatives on our ranch still, and it's near and dear to my heart. So I wake up every day, and for 2 hours I read about conflicts that are going on in the world, and what country's doing this, what country's doing that, how it's hurting our American way of life, and, it's at our detriment. And if there is something that I can do with all the access to these tech founders and the government that I have, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to try my hardest to make sure that our kids and the next generation have the America that we all want, that we want back. So that's kind of the driving factor.
Well, you get the opportunity to work with these founders who are dreaming the dreams that's going to pave the next 20, 30, 50, 100 years forward. You've been a part of this industry since, your beginnings. Where do you think the next 5 to 10 years is going for the American way of life?
If we can take a step back and assess everything and stop jumping forward and fighting amongst ourselves, and I think if we can focus on coming together and trying to build America and get back ahead. So I think if we can take a step back and really come together, in 5 to 10 years, we can be the leading country again. But it's going to take a lot of work, and people are going to have to put their pride aside and their thoughts on progressiveness. And, we really just need to come together. That's the number one goal.
Again, thank you so much. This was Belle Beckham, co-founder and partner of OXCART VC, on another episode of Behind the Curtain. My name is Chelsea Sutton. We'll see you next time.